Hello and welcome to the Bird Garden channel, where we talk about the wild birds in our yard, out in the field when we travel, and ways that we can enjoy them. This is supposed to be an enjoyable, relaxing time for us to share together, talking about the birds. Maybe you'll learn something. I'm going to try to bring some content that's worthy of being left up on the channel even after the live stream has ended. So I do have a couple of props, special guest, if you will, to share with you. You may have seen in the thumbnail and title, we're going to be talking about that easy bird feeder, which was so phenomenally popular. I had to make several videos. You may see glimpses of it if you look through some of the video catalog on the Bird Garden channel. But we're certainly glad you're here. All of us from the Bird Garden are glad you're tuning in. We appreciate your support. All of the birds are glad to show themselves to you that come to our yard, through our yard, over our yard. I'm capturing them in every imaginable way. I'm expanding the audio and the visual capturing equipment, and we're just happy to present our birds to you guys through this platform. So thank you for your support. That said, there are ways you can support the channel at no cost to yourself. Hit the buttons, click the clicks. The like button lets YouTube know there's engagement for this type of genre. If you're not a subscriber and you're into that kind of thing, when you subscribe to the channel, it helps to grow the channel. The larger the channel, the more often it gets shared and passed along by YouTube. We can also do that as individuals. Use the share button to copy and paste the link into your social media. Invite friends. We'll make some new friends here. I'm going to go into the chat now. I've got Big Tank Hank in the house. Welcome. Big Tank Hank was the first moderator of this channel. He's not wearing his moderator wrench today. I'm not sure what's going on there. Let me take care of that, Hank. Let's see. Comments. Where did you go? Comments. Right there. Now I can see people come in. Let's see. Can I do that from here, Hank? I don't know. I think I did. Yeah, I think you drive on home and lurk from work. Big Tank Hank, we're happy to have you here. I know you appreciate all the creatures, especially the fish. You keep a lot of them in glass boxes full of water, as do I. That's how we met over there on the fish keeping genre. Today we're talking about the wild birds. It's migration here in the Southern Appalachians, so we've got lots of activity going on. We've talked a little bit about channel support, clicking the clicks. I appreciate it when you guys do that. I've got some special technology I'm going to share with you today. It's been so successful here at the Bird Garden. I'm going to lay it on you. I'm going to show you some examples. I'm going to mention how to do it. This is not a tutorial. This is a relaxation time. We're just going to have some fun. If you enjoy watching nature, watching creation, birds, this conversation is going to be all about that. If you're of that mindset, I think you're going to find that you like it here. So hang around. If you've got access to inviting others, go ahead and do that. We'd love to have some people in here. But again, I'm going to format this live stream in a way that it's okay to leave up as feature content when we're done. So I mentioned it's migration. We're in the Southern Appalachians, so lots of birds are moving through from the north to the south. That happens every year. Then again in the spring, they come back from the south up through our area to nest, raise young, head back down, repeating cycle. So it's an exciting time of year around here. I'm doing some exciting bird watching projects, including bird banding, which is important to collect data during the migration times. And we're getting some wonderful birds in the net. We catch them in mist nets. We collect them right away. So very low incidence of harm to the bird. Bird safety is priority. We do put a band, an identification band that can be used for years into the future. Apply that to the leg, collect data, submit that data to the bird banding lab, part of the USGS, and we can track recaptures, where and how often those happen. Gives us a great idea of birds' longevity, population, survivorship. So it's good data for the birds. It lets us know also about our environment. So, and the thing I like to say is it's all about the birds. Being aware of the birds, taking care of the birds, it's good for bird watchers and non-bird watchers. We take care of each other when we take care of the birds. It's that simple. And if you're not familiar with that concept, let it marinate. Just think about it for a while. Put it on the back burner, and when that comes up, look into it. It's difficult to disprove. It may be difficult for me to prove. It is what I believe. I got the basic bird feeder in here. Thank you for being here, and I'm going to hopefully give you some basic bird feeding information. Dar is here. Thank you, Dar, for being here. Also a moderator here at the Bird Garden channel. Dar, I'm guessing, I think I've seen your comment on the videos featuring the Easy Bird Feeder, so we're going to talk about that today. Barb D, good to have you from the UK. Welcome. From across the pond, I actually stole the channel name from a European concept, the Bird Garden. Very common when I visit Europe. Everyone has a garden. In the US, we typically think we're growing vegetables when we have a garden. Less formal, more agricultural. So I think birds bond us. It's another love language. Birds are universal. I've never been to a place there weren't birds, and not many places where there weren't people. So birds are a part of us. They connect us, and certainly if you enjoy watching birds, they can bring you together. My wife and I enjoy talking about birds bringing us to good places with good food, with good people. So again, it's all about the birds. And I'm going to try to keep track of the chat. Repeat your questions or comments if I don't see them, because this old mind is difficult for me to multitask. But I do want to go ahead and introduce you to the Easy Bird Feeder if you haven't seen that yet. Yeah, 7 minutes, 41 seconds in. We may go up to 60 minutes, not longer if you're scheduling your time. I don't want to go past the 60-minute mark. We did start on time at 11 o'clock Eastern time, and we're going to end by 12, perhaps sooner. But let me introduce you to the Easy Bird Feeder. It's two pieces you may have laying around the house. This is just a rock. I've got literally tons of these around the pond outside. I just picked one up, and it's heavy enough that I could put on anything that I didn't want the wind to blow away, or the songbirds I'm attempting to feed to knock around. So a rock, any size, any shape, just so that and if you don't have a larger rock, a handful of small rocks, I think would do the same thing. Prevent something from being blown away or the birds from kicking it around, keeps it in place where you want it. And in my case, the Easy Bird Feeder that I used was the bucket lid. This is just a big box DIY standard issue bucket lid. Very inexpensive, very durable. It was brightly colored to either attract or scare the birds. In my case, it definitely attracted them. And it has a little bit of a lip on it so the seed doesn't get kicked off or blown away. And if you do use a surface, I recommend one that's waterproof and that is inert to the birds. And I like the lip to keep all the food in place. If it happens to rain, you're going to have a soggy mess. You're going to have to clean the seed out. Of course, I know a couple of you are thinking ahead and say, well, you could just drill a hole. Absolutely, you could. And then when you put the rock on top, it's going to make a low spot. So wherever you drill the hole, place the rock, the water should drain out your hole. Way to go. But this bucket lid with this rock on it attracted so many birds so fast. I had to put a camera on it. It was just, I have a 24/7 live stream that is the anchor of the Bird Garden channel. I hope you're checking that out and enjoy it. I know some of you are. And that Easy Bird Feeder was cannibalizing a lot of my customers from the 24/7 bird feeding station, which is it's the culmination of my life's work. I've been feeding birds for over 50 years, and all of my experience has brought me to what you see in that live stream. It's the best of the best that I've ever used, and it looks good. I enjoy the aesthetic of it. The birds love it. Well, I put this little inexpensive, I mean, how much does a bucket lid cost? If I paid retail for it, I'm still under $5. With $5, I could have probably bought a small bag of bird seed, a bucket lid, had a rock at home. Boom, less than $5. I'm feeding the birds successfully. This thing robbed customers from my 24/7 live stream feeding station, which was not purchased for $5 or less. I don't think I got, yeah, I know I didn't get even any of the food in that thing for $5. So just the point here is very simple, very inexpensive, can be very effective. Now, there are a couple of videos, there will be a couple more. I don't have a clip to show you handy of the easy bird feeder being used. The birds adopted it right away. I put a camera on it. And even the camera in close proximity, so you could have a close-up view of the bird, the camera didn't scare them away. So why are we talking about this? I have been feeding birds for over 50 years, and for over 50 years, that has increased my quality of life. It's made me happier, probably healthier, give me a little exercise, a little something to look forward to, something to enjoy on any day, every day. That's how often birds eat, every day. And for some reason, I enjoy it. If you're like me, um, it's going to make your life better. That's just no easier way to say it. It's going to make your life better. If you don't want the hassle, if you're in a situation where you just can't set up a simple bird feeder, even, um, watch mine. I've got the 24/7 live stream on YouTube, on the Bird Garden channel. Click in anytime, day or night. Now, at night, there's no telling what you're going to get. We've had all kinds of creatures in the night, not any birds on camera. We do have owls in the area, but they don't come down to the feeder usually. And I'll speak to that. I'm glad I said that. But we've had bear, mouse, raccoon, uh, possum. So there's no telling what you'll get. I did make a couple of bear videos. That was pretty exciting and a little bit scary. Um, but one of the reasons you don't see a lot of mammals, even in the daytime, squirrels even, is because most of our food, at some points of the year, all of our food is heat infused with cayenne pepper. Ground cayenne pepper is added to the food, not the powder so that it's loose and could get in the bird's eye or nostril. It's adhered, it's coated and well mixed within the suet. It's coated on the seeds, mixed in the suet, and it is an absolute deterrent to the mammals. So once a mammal tastes that, they don't come back. So when you see the creatures of the night out there moving around, it's usually an animal that hasn't been there before, and I've never seen any actual harm. I have seen discomfort. We had a squirrel in the wintertime who sniffed something that he wasn't sure about, then tasted a little bit and shook his head. And then it was like, well, it's a peanut. I'm going to eat it. And he ate it. And he jumped off the feeder and started wiping his nose in the snow. It was kind of comical. And then the bird feeding station is just by the pond. So there's plenty of water there if they need to get a drink to cool their mouth off. But anyway, that's a promotion for that pepper infused food. If you haven't tried that, it works for us. Even the bear didn't eat much food. He tore down the bird feeding station and absconded with one of the bird feeders, trying to find some bird food that he liked, but he definitely didn't like the heat infused food. Big Tank Hank dropping the bird emojis. Thank you for that. Liquid Zoo Only Fans. Hey, what's up? Welcome. I'm so glad you made it over. I appreciate you guys being here. It's 11:13. We've got a live stream going on. Let's talk about why. At the top of the show, we talked about how you could support the channel. Well, we're coming up on an amazing amount of support from viewers just like you guys. We're at like just under 970. It's the numbers going up and down a little bit, but just under 970 subscribers, which is a landmark on YouTube. It's a milestone because the 1,000 subscribers, 1K, is required in order for your channel to be monetized. So if you're watching the Bird Garden channel and you see an advertisement on the video, well, that's pre-monetization. That's YouTube saying, hey, that's a pretty good channel, but you're not a partner yet, so you're not going to get paid on the ads we're running. So we're working hard on the back end over here, trying to get monetized, and that requires 1,000 subscribers. We are knocking on the door, thanks to you guys. Then the next hurdle is 4,000 hours of watch time within 12 months. Well, we've got well over 6,000 hours of watch time, but it doesn't count toward the monetization because I'm not getting credit for the 24/7 live stream hours. Easy peasy if I did. I'm doing a lot of shorts, hashtag shorts videos, many of them 15 seconds, a daily 15-second, because YouTube is promoting those for views. And we have over we just crossed 200,000 views on the Bird Garden channel. Thank you. Thank you very much. That keeps us going. We know the content is being consumed. We're using that strategy to grow the subscriber base. It's working. We're at 970. Should be by the end of the month, we should be at that 1,000. And now this is a new branch of our strategy that hopefully you'll enjoy. I'll find out when I read the comments and see how many views we get. We're doing a live stream in order to increase the number of hours of view time. So how many are here now? 5 people here now. So if we go for an hour and you guys hang around, that's 5 hours of view time. Now you think about that, that's a difficult number to achieve when you're uploading a 15-second video. Okay, that 5 hours is tougher to come by on a 15-second video than it is a live stream. So that's why we're doing the live streams. And I've decided to do it in a way that we do build community. We do acknowledge each other in the chat, and we have some byplay, but also we include some feature content so that someone who wasn't included in our conversation still has a takeaway. Now, in my opinion, feeding birds makes your life better. It doesn't get any easier than this. And I've spent some time making sure this works and documenting it and sharing it on the Bird Garden channel so that anyone who stumbles across this information has an opportunity to make their life better. And I've also told you that I've been doing this for decades, and my experience has taken me to what you see on the 24/7 live stream, which happens to be, I'm going to mention a name brand here, but I'm not sponsored. No kickback. I don't want anything. I'm just sharing with you that those products are from Wild Birds Unlimited. And they're the best products that I've found for my bird feeding station. You may have some better ones. If you do, please share with us. Let us know. Degenerate Fish Keeper in the house. Welcome aboard. Glad to have you here. And listen, there's no wrong way to feed birds. If you look the apparatus over and it looks safe for the birds, you're not going to get any feet hung or beaks hung, or it's not going to be somehow it's going to prevent escape from a Cooper's hawk that might try to predate on a feeding station. There's no wrong way to do it. Just a little bit of common sense goes a long way. And then it's your personal opinion. I'm certainly not going to say, oh, this way is the best way to do it. I am going to say over and over, here's something I tried. You may want to try it. So happy to expand your buffet of options. And if there's something on your buffet of options that's not on mine, I'm going to say thank you in advance because I'm going to add it. Thank you. I'm not going to spit on any ideas on the buffet. It may be what the other guy wants, right? So I'm all about expanding the buffet of options as we build community here. We just help each other. It's the best way I found to problem solve. I like going to a bird club meeting and say, hey, how did you guys deal with this? Versus doing internet research. Could probably get the same information, it's just not as fun. It's just not as connected as having a group to go to. And the digital information, especially this time in life where we've all maybe got a lot more screen time, it's important to have these digital friends, virtual friends. Hey, Danican Aquatics, and I'm calling out these names. Some of these people, I've known for years. Some of them I just met on the Bird Garden channel, and we already have a relationship. I've 200,000 views. That means lots of video uploads. You know what the Bird Garden channel is about. I know from your comments the takeaways you're getting, the support, the love that you're sharing with us, and we do appreciate that. Um, Not many meals go by when my wife and I don't speak about the progress of the channel or a highlight that may have occurred. So that's very meaningful. Again, thank you. Can't say that enough. But as I continue to say it, my throat gets dry. I did mention what's the time mark? Could someone get me some more coffee? I'm speaking to my imaginary staff. The dog didn't even roll her eyes. There's no coffee coming. Time mark is 21:57. Yep, perfect. All right, I was going to tell you about some new technology that we've been using in the bird garden. Okay, so my phone just buzzed, right? I've got a home security camera in the bird garden. I actually have several. That's what I use to collect the information for the easy bird feeder. Birds landing and eating, security camera right in their face. I also have one on a little concrete bowl that I sometimes put water in to see if I can attract birds. That's another. See, you guys are here, so you get the secret. That's going to be another live stream topic, the easy bird bath. Now I'm going to show it to you here, and what you'll notice is it doesn't have any water in it. And I'm not kidding. I had to dump the water out because it was staying too busy. The birds still bathe here. I've got a 5,000-gallon pond with a 26-foot waterfall. The birds have plenty of water. But this particular little puddle of water, I filled up in a concrete bowl and put a camera on. The birds came so often that they were consuming all of the storage on my security camera, and my phone was blowing up. So just while we've been talking, just a few seconds ago, I got an alert, and I'm going to share it with you now. This is from the Easy Bird Bath. Oh, that's a blue jay. So I get 5 to 15-second clips from all the birds out there. Again, not sponsored, but I'm going to give you the name brand just so you know how I'm doing it. That is the Blink camera, sold by Amazon. It's an Amazon company, I think. There may be a subscription involved now due to the storage. It's a Wi-Fi operation, so simple to use. The camera had a QR code on it, and then there was a Wi-Fi module, QR code. It was just so easy. Now I'm getting alerts on my phone when my security camera is filming a bird visitor. Not horribly expensive. I wouldn't say it was cheap. I think the base kit for the module and one camera is less than $100, maybe $80, $90, something like that. And then you can buy multiple camera packages. Liquid Zoo notices there's no water in the Easy Bird Bath. Yeah, that's what I had to empty the water because it was being used so often. So now the birds go over to the pond. They go over to the koi pond, which, by the way, is featured on our other YouTube channel, Pond Life. We've got some fantastic koi over there. Let me bring the mic in here. Yeah, Pond Life YouTube channel. You can see it right here. No one's complaining. I'm guessing the audio's okay. Danican Aquatics got to go back to work today. LOL. After this past weekend, going to be. Oh, he skipped. It's going to be hard to do. Okay, hang in there, Danican. I know you can do it. You're a tough guy. You're made of the right stuff. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you out. I appreciate you being here. It's great to see you. Oh, did you go to a fish convention? Is that what it was? That's awesome. I know. And yes, I got you. Got you now. Yeah, those things are exhausting because you don't want to stop. There's always someone else to talk to, and you want to talk to them. I get it. Speaking of conventions, stay tuned to the Bird Garden channel. Let's see, the Rio Grande Valley Birding Festival down um, South Texas. McAllen, I think McAllen is the host city, Hidalgo County. Um, my wife and I are going to try to go down for that. We make it down there. There's going to be some content. So stand by for green jays. That's all I can say. Other rarities. The thing about it is it's difficult to carry a camera and binoculars because you're torn. Am I a bird watcher? Am I a bird photographer? And one takes a lot more time. That photography, you want the right shot, and you're just click, click, click. And then the birding is running and gunning. Got that one. Where's the next one? I see one, and it's a much different pace. So, but I'm committed to showing you guys some pictures of green jays because I think they're awesome. That's the only place that you can see them in the United States is down there at the Rio Grande Valley. And they're just, if you can imagine, a blue jay that's green. It's green jay. Oh yeah, this is my two-faced koozie. Depending on where we're live streaming, you may see that, or you might see that. But anyway, green jay, lime green, cool bird, blue and green. Gonna go down and see those things. Yeah, Daniken, thanks a lot. We're knocking on the door of that 1K. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Dar wants the imaginary staff to get the ukulele. You be careful what you wish for, Dar, because I'll bring that ukulele over here and I'll just strum the heck out of it if you're not careful. I will. I'll put that out there though. Hey, bring me that ukulele. If it comes over here, I'll play it. Oh, if I'm still conscious, that would be quite the thing if it came over here with no staff here to deliver it. Okay, I am just trying to keep up with everything. Barb D, Degenerate, Liquid Zoo, Daniken. Yeah, okay, we're up to speed and we have approached the halfway mark. 8 people here. Thank you guys very much for being here. We talked about supporting the channel. We're not monetized yet. Even though YouTube's running ads, I know it looks like we're monetized. We're not. But that's a YouTube saying, yes, we want you to be a partner. So they're going to keep helping me promote those short videos. We went over 200,000 views with a couple of videos over 20,000 views a piece. This is phenomenal. It's amazing. The other channel, Pond Life, has about 4,000 subscribers and less than 200,000 views and 0 videos with 20,000 views. So I know that this content brings a lot of people a lot of joy. Birds do that. And if you're a birder, if you own a field guide, if you want to feed the birds, if you watch the birds on the reg, you know the feeling. It does make your life better, and sometimes to a point where you want to share it with other people. So that's what I'm doing. But here's something we can do to support the channel if you want to, and there's no obligation. If that made a pop when I hit the mic, I apologize. But I'm on the side. I'm also an artist. I've had several art shows, and I've sold a lot of my art online. On the other channel, we had lots of fun doing art auctions of some of my smaller pieces, like this one. My last art show was called Rack Across Endorsed by Nature. So this palette is definitely of nature. It reminds me of that green jay we just talked about in a painted bunting colliding. This one is titled Fast Lane. and it was painted in a studio in Johnson City, Tennessee. All the information there. It's acrylic on canvas. It's 3x5. It's the canvas card. So yeah, sold a lot of these. This is what I call desktop art with an easel. And the way we sold these that was so much fun is via auction. So I would start the auction for these paintings and the easel at $10. At $10, painting, easel, that includes shipping in the United States only. Oh, I'm so sorry to have to say that, but it is. It's United States only. I have had horrible experiences shipping art abroad. So currently, I'm only able to ship in the US. But if you want to support the channel, it's totally okay if you don't. No worries. But we can, during the live streams, auction a piece of art starting at $10. That will include shipping. And once a winner is declared, if someone makes a comment that they're interested in doing that, I'll speak more about that, but it can be settled over PayPal offline, so there's no private information made public. So if you want to support the haircut fund, no, maybe not. Maybe I'm not going to get a haircut even if it is supported. But the Bird Seed Fund for sure, or the Audio Visual Equipment Fund. That's one way we can do it as we're trying to get monetized by YouTube. And it really helps me to sell these things because they pile up. I get out there in the studio, I get the studio turned on, as I say, and man, before you know it, this my box of art is full, and it starts overflowing, and then I get the stink eye when my wife comes in the studio, like, what are you going to do with that art? All right. Okay. Now it's liquid fins. No, it's Liquid Zoo only fins. Thank you. We got a $15 offer for the painting. So now here's what we're going to do. That guarantees the thing is sold. Liquid Fin's going to get it for $15 if no one outbids them before the end of the stream. So here's the deal. When I call for the last bid, I can only go by what's on my screen. You may enter a bid, it may be higher, but if it doesn't land for me to see when I call the auction, I apologize. I'll find another piece of art for you to perhaps substitute. You're not obligated if you don't win. If you do win, make a payment to me at rackcross@gmail.com on PayPal. Choose the friends and family option. That means you pay a little bit of extra fee. I'm paying the postage, you pay the fee. You'll have two options. Products, don't choose products. That means I have to pay a fee and the postage. Choose family and friends, meaning you'll take care of the PayPal fees and I'll take care of the postage. Okay, now see, Degenerate Fish Keeper, this is what happened. This is where it gets fun. Degenerate Fish Keeper says, that painting is okay. I might like to have it on my desk, but I definitely don't want Liquid Zoo only fins to have it for $15. And man, that haircut was a good idea, Rack. You need a $16 haircut, is what Degenerate Fish Keeper is saying. Thank you both very much. When you use a number and the dollar sign, I'll accept that as a bid. Just a number. I don't recognize if that's a bid or not. So use a number and a bid. So now we've got that going on. You're bidding on the fast lane. All right. I'm going to keep that over here as we continue to go on. I'll mention it every now and then if I notice the number of people change so everybody can be in on the action. And you guys have been active in chat. I appreciate that. So let's, what we're doing a live stream on the Bird Garden channel, helping the channel to achieve its 4,000 hours of watch time. Thank you so much for watching this. We've been going now for over 30 minutes. We're going to go up to an hour, not going to go over the hour. And I actually went kind of, I built the thumbnail and I went live. I mean, the showing you the easy bird feeder was easy to pull together. What I didn't do was to research this time slot to see if we're stepping on anybody else who might enjoy this content, but they're enjoying someone else's content. I think there's still too much space out there to have to walk on each other. So we'll see how this goes. This may be our time. If this works for everyone, then maybe Wednesdays at 11 Eastern is going to be our time. Patty's Petite Tanks is here, says the number 10. Patty, if that's a bid, we're already up to $16, and the bids are recognized if you use a number and a dollar sign, the dollar symbol. But thank you very much for tuning in and for offering $10 for that painting. And now we've got S in the chat. S, I'll say this. S, I've seen you in several chats, and I can't get the auto generator for your name to come up in the chats. It's just like you got to have 2 letters or it won't auto populate. I don't know if anyone else has that problem or not. So it's a little more difficult to communicate with you than some of the others, but definitely easy to remember. Oh, S, yeah. And I do appreciate your activity in this chat and others. So we got the easy feeder, inexpensive, effective. You can compare it to the 24/7 live stream bird feeding station and see that at the end of the day, they're both feeding the birds. It's a display area for bird food. And bird food, I mean, you could grow it wild in your yard. You can go to the store and buy it. Any store has bird feed. Now, I saw bird feed at the dollar store. Everything's $1. I saw bird feed at the agricultural big box store, the hardware big box store, the grocery store. Everybody has bird feed. Now, listen, I'm not complaining. And if the birds eat it and they like it, hey, use the one you like for whatever reason you like it. But it does bring me to a very important point. And that is buying bird food has an incredible economic impact. And if you're doing it in your community, it's impacting your community. Worldwide, I saw a number this week. It was like $41 billion spent in the U.S. annually. $41 billion a year on bird feeding. And so every dollar in the United States that is spent on bird feeding, at some point in the chain of custody, taxes are exchanged. So even if you're not a bird watcher, if you're not a bird feeder, because people are buying $41 billion worth of bird feed a year, your infrastructure in the U.S., I don't care where you are, your infrastructure is improved or maintained or in better shape than it would have been if people had not have spent $41 billion on bird feed. That's a lot to absorb. Think about it. Give me some comments. We're going to leave this live stream is going to be posted as a video. Think about that and leave your comments after this is posted. I've given you several things to think about. When you get a return thought on those, post that after this live stream is uploaded as a comment. Love to know what you're thinking. Love to know what you're thinking. Liquid Zoo is back in the action with the $17 bid. That's a bid on this painting. It's titled Fast Lane. It's a 3x5 canvas with its own easel. That's going to include shipping in the U.S. We're up to $17 on this. I mean, that's 3/4 of a haircut at Sports Clip. Thank you. Thank you very much. Or maybe 17 bags of food at Everything's a Dollar store for the birds. Either way, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm going to do a curiously strong mint for my throat. I'm going to say this. Okay. This is our first live stream. You guys are special. I'm telling you right now, what I'm about to show you is extremely limited. I'm going to guarantee there's one, there may be two, but I have one or two of these. Okay. It's not focusing. Any help at all? Any? There it is. Bingo. Bird Garden YouTube channel guitar pick. If you want one, if you want a genuine Bird Garden YouTube channel guitar pick, and I may have, not even going to say that because I don't think I do. Nope. All right, got one of these, maybe two. You can send me a self-addressed stamped envelope to Bird Garden YouTube channel, Post Office Box 462, Mountain Home, Tennessee 37648. If you send me the first one, if 10 come at once, the one that's on top gets the guitar pick, maybe two if there's two. I will reply and I will do something nice for you, around 30 cents worth of nice for you for sending the self-addressed stamped envelope. I will reply. But I only have two of these guitar picks. I'd love for you to have them if you want one. Self-addressed stamped envelope, first come, first serve. The YouTube, the Bird Garden YouTube channel guitar pick. Okay, I gave away, in the course of building 970 subscribers, I gave away 500 of those, 499, maybe 498. And everyone, without fail, loved the guitar pick. They loved it. Oh, do you play guitar? No. Why did you put that on a guitar pick? Well, my son is a musician. He plays guitar, and he said, everyone loves a guitar pick. Every show he plays, somebody wants a guitar pick. He said, try to promote your channel on a guitar pick. So I did. He was 100% absolutely right. People I would give them to, usually not guitar players, but when they were, they really were digging it. They were much likely to become a guitar playing bird watcher after I gave them a pick. Anyway, I digress just a little bit. Those are fun. I've enjoyed giving them out. I'm down to my last one or two. Love for you to have it. 47268 zip code looks a little suspicious. I'm going to look it up over here to be sure, because my old mind gets locked in on some things and they're not right. My wife reminds me though. So as long as she's around, I don't get too far off course. She doesn't have too much trouble out of me. Mountain Home, Tennessee, zip 37684. 37684. Mountain Home, Tennessee 37684. It is Post Office Box 462. Mountain Home, Tennessee 37684. You just, your fingers got dyslexic. That's all, Liquid Zoo, OnlyFans. And I got it wrong when I said it the first time. So offsetting penalties, I Googled it and got us both set straight. Okay, the hair actually, when I use my glasses as a hair braid or whatever, I don't mind the long hair. I kind of like it. It's undercut, shorter on the sides and back, so it's not been too hot. Now I can't see you guys. I think there's a camera. Oh yeah, there you are. Okay, let's see. Yes. Two pair of glasses. That's the way they're doing it now. That's what all the cool kids are doing. Oh, Patty. Where did I miss Patty's bid? Oh my goodness, Patty, I'm going to need you to confirm that. I don't want anybody bidding without your consent. So I'm going to need Patty to confirm that before we accept the $19 bid for the fast lane painting. And 10 people here now. Thanks, guys, for showing up unannounced. It's our first try. We're trying to build some watch time hours to grow our channel because we think watching birds makes people's lives better. And we've gone over the 45-minute mark. I want to show you guys another blink clip. Now, if you're just joining us, the blink clip I shared with everybody. I've got some home security cameras, the Blink brand, not sponsored, at several locations, formerly at the Easy Bird Feeder that we talked about and I demonstrated here. I mean, it's a 10-second build, right? And the birds would not stay off of it. So I put a camera on it. I got lots of photographs. Or clips, video clips. I had the Easy coming up, probably the next live stream. The next time we get together, we're going to talk about that Easy bird bath, which was so active, I had to empty the water out of it. I was getting so many clips. My phone was blowing up. My storage space was being used. Those birds love the bird bath, but the birds are not deprived of a bird bath. I've got a 5,000-gallon pond, 26-foot waterfall, plenty of water for the birds. Just that little cup full of water, they were just in and out of it all day long. For those reasons, when I showed the clip earlier of the blue jay in the Easy bird bath, there was no water in it. I emptied the water, and they're still coming, right? That happened while we were on the air, the blue jay. But this also happened. Let's see. I want you to see this because I think it's cool. I like these guys. Now, this is on top of the 24/7 live stream bird feeding station. The bluebirds. Yeah, I want to check this camera out. I want my picture made, get my good side there. Yeah, how's that? That was awesome. That's how that was. So now I've got a beautiful clip. He's on a little branch I have mounted on the bird feeding station with the camera clipped on the end. 2 live streams from now, you're probably going to hear more about the Blink Easy Bird Branch. The Easy Bird Branch. I can't explain it. I mean, you start feeding the birds, they just love you back. They just love you back. So they land for their portrait to be made. And then in case you're not getting that together, it's such a limited view, that's the pole and the arms that support the hanging structures, the bird feeders on the 24/7 live stream Bird Garden channel feeders. Yeah, look how blue that bird is. That was the eastern bluebird male. Definitely Liquid Zoo, only fins. That is a bluebird. Yeah, is Patty bidding against herself? Okay. All right. Well, okay. All right. I just don't, you understand my position, Liquid Zoo, only fins. I don't want there to be any conflict. I don't like conflict. I don't want to do anything that might confuse somebody and cause a conflict. That's all. That's all. I don't want someone else to see, oh, how did he do that for her? Oh, I'm going to do it for someone else. Just trying to avoid conflict. That's all. Because here at the Bird Garden, we strive to make your life better. That sounds hokey. It's true. It's absolutely true. And I believe we achieve it. I believe we achieve it by sharing how you can attract birds into your view shed. And if you can't, I mean, you may have a landlord situation, right? You may have a feral cat population. You don't want to attract birds to their doom. Watch my station. Watch the 24/7 live stream. It's 24/7. And then so many videos, feature length videos, are clips pulled from that feeding station. I mean, if you go back into the winter videos and watch that feeding station when there's snow on the ground, we're having to fill it up twice a day sometimes. I mean, it is nuts. The snow falls, and so do the birds, right into the feeder. It's like there's no other food on earth. They've got to get it right there. And we had cool birds. We had purple finches, pine siskins, and white crowned sparrows. You know, I made it to the breeding ground of the white crowned sparrow. This is impressive to me. It was in Fairbanks, Alaska. Now they breed many other places on up into Canada, but I was on the breeding ground in Fairbanks, Alaska, and it was quite impressive that a boreal bird that breeds so far north, comes to my feeder in the southern Appalachians in the wintertime and eats. That's just impressive. That's so cool. That's one of the reasons I enjoy watching birds. I learned something. I'm a lifelong learner. Birds are an easy target if you want to learn something. There's always something to learn about the birds. We're coming up on 51 minutes, and I'm going to call the auction on by my clock at the 55-minute mark. We are at 51, 18, 19, 20. So we're within 3 or 4 minutes of the auction for the fast lane ending. Okay. Daniken, the Conflict Crusher Aquatics, has said, listen, we don't need a conflict in here. I've got a $20 bill and I'm going to end the conflict. And he did. I mean, Daniken Aquatics is a conflict crusher. I'm a little bit intimidated, to be honest with you. Daniken making it rain in here with a $20 offer for the haircut fund, the bird seed fund. And look, I know some top-notch aquarists that have some of my art that were fish inspired on top of their aquariums. And Daniken, you got some sweet aquariums. All that said, and we've got Liquid Zoo only fins in at $21. See, this is what happens. This is where it gets serious. Now, Liquid Zoo only fins not really serious. It's $21. No one's going to get hurt. I'm covering the postage, and I do appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I'm going to move out an easel and a piece of art. They're going to make my wife smile when I do that. Oh my gosh. No obligation. Nothing's going to change if you do or don't. If you want to play along, you want to help out, thank you so much. Not required. So we got Liquid Zoo at $21 now on the 3x5 canvas. And it is 53-minute mark, 2 minutes. We got 2 minutes. We're going to count this down. We're going to be out of here by the 60-minute mark. So if you guys get me on a tangent and I'm just jabbering, I may just have to hit the kill button mid-sentence to make sure that we don't impede on someone else's time. We don't want to get started off on that foot. But it's been great talking to you guys. We've covered so many things that would be meaningful to me if I were looking to get started in bird feeding, or if I've been doing it for a while and found a new way, like, hey, this is simple, piece of plastic with a rock on it. And if you get this home security camera, you can get footage of it all day long. Which, if you don't have a YouTube channel, is fun. Comes to your phone. Oh, there's a picture of my pretty wife. I don't mind if you see her. She's gorgeous. And I get to send her clips. It makes her day better. What? That was in our yard a few minutes ago. Okay, please include instruction on how to make my wife smile. Well, you get a 24/7 live stream of a bird feeder on a TV somewhere in your house. You just leave it on. Just leave it on 24/7. Watch the birds come to my feeder and make everyone's life better. And we're down to 45 seconds, okay? We're at the 40-second mark. Liquid Zoo OnlyFans is at $26. Daniken came in at 25 and said, I want it. My clock, my screen, 30 seconds. If it's not on my screen, I'm watching the clock. I'm watching the bid. It's at $26 Liquid Zoo. 20 seconds. The last 20 seconds, my clock, I don't know how much of a delay there is. 46, 47, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. Time's up. And Liquid Zoo OnlyFans wins at $26. Liquid Zoo Only wins on my screen. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, this is what my screen showed me. Can you see that? All right, that's what I got. Liquid Zoo Only Fins. Rackcross@gmail.com. On PayPal, select friends and family only. That $26, I'll see that's in there and get that out into the mail. That is correct. Amen. Liquid freaking Zoo, the winner, the first winner, the best winner, the only winner, the biggest contributor all day to the Bird Garden channel. Thank you so much. Liquid Zoo OnlyFans. You don't know how meaningful that is. And I really hope you enjoy this bright, colorful, cheery piece of art. And much like watching birds, I hope it makes your life better for a long time. I hope you really like it because it's going to last a long time. Okay. Thank you for that. And we're at the 56-minute mark. 9 people still here. Thank you guys so much. We're charging toward the mark of being a YouTube partner. And we're going to do it with the birds, by the birds, for the birds. I'm going to keep doing it. I went to the banding lanes yesterday. I banded a bunch of birds. I got some fantastic photographs. I'm going to be using those as thumbnails. If you'd like to see one, I probably have a picture here. Let's see. One I think you might like. That one. Anybody know what that bird is? Is Dar still here? I bet Dar knows. Chevy Fish, thanks for the stream rack. 1K just around the corner. Thanks, mods, lurkers, and chat. Congratulations, Matt, on your new piece of art. Stay safe, everyone. Chevy Fish, thank you. You're so considerate. You just made everyone feel better there. I'm so glad you're here and that you commented. And yes, I concur with all of that. Chevy Fish says warbler. That's correct. That's correct. Patty's Petite Tanks warbler. We got some birders in here. You guys know. You know. That warbler is called the common yellowthroat. That's the male with the bandit mask on. Common yellowthroat. Coming to a thumbnail near you. Maybe today's. Check out today's video. Today's 15-second video short. I think it featured that bird. We're at the 58-minute mark. I need to say my goodbyes. We're at 2 minutes to go. I'm turning the thing off at 60 minutes. So this is the wrap. Thank you guys again for being here. I enjoyed sharing with you the Easy Bird Feeder, revealing that we have the Easy Bird Bath coming up, and then the Easy Bird Branch following that. Just so you have a chance to see how easy it is to enjoy the birds. Hopefully it will make your life better. Pat Gordon dropping in because of you. I knew that. Pat Gordon, thanks for being here. Great to see you. See you next time for sure. Basic Bird Feeder. Great having you. Great having you. Danikin, man, they just jumped on you and muscled you out of the auction, but there'll be another one. Thank you so much. Good first stream. Yeah, well, thank you for being here, Chevy. Thank you so much. And we are crossing the 59-minute mark. So I've got to figure out how to turn this thing off. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want to be a part of our next stream. And I'll see you then. Get out there and see the birds.